Good morning. So this reading is for Friday, July 11th. And what I'm going to do is just pull a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. One more. And future. One more. So this energy feels a lot like a new beginning. So I don't know. I'm not getting any new beginning cards, but that's how the energy feels. We'll see what's at the bottom of the deck. I've got the Magician showing up here. So the Magician's about manifesting goals and dreams. But this tells me there's a lot of recognition in your skills, what you're capable of achieving, focusing on what really matters here. I'm just getting the sense that you feel empowered and emboldened to go after what you want. And this is where the new beginning energy is coming into play here. It's very interesting because not one of these is a new beginning card. Not really. When I look at the past, I am getting the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, a lot of air, a lot of release coming through, clarity. I'm getting a phrase synced up. So something here got synced up. SYNCED. Okay. Page of Cups showing up here. So Page of Cups, I do love that energy because it tells me you got a lot of clarity on what exactly you wanted to accomplish, what exactly was going to appeal to you on an emotional level. It also allowed for the release of anything here that prevented you from going down that path. I am getting the Sun. It's a very youthful energy, but this is you being very hopeful and optimistic and taking action to put yourself down this more optimistic path, not settling for less at all. And what I'm getting here in the current energy, I have the Judgment. So the Judgment is a resurrection. This feels like you rising again, you choosing yourself, going down a path that says, this is what I want. I'm not going to be held back. I am getting the Three of Wands, and it feels like your journey here, not connected to another person. I'm not picking up another person here. This is very much you and doing the work on yourself. This Three of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. So it's that card of patience. But it feels like it's a result of all the work that you've been doing, that you're kind of manifesting from this place of accepting. That's what I'm getting here. And I'm not sure I'm articulating this the right way. Right underneath the Magician was a tower. When you feel like it's just timing, I'm going to get exactly what I want, it's just timing. That's how the Judgment and the Three of Wands feel here, that it's just, you know what, it's just a timing. It's on its way to me. And then here in the final position, I have two cards for the current energy. I am getting the Five of Swords with the Death card. And so the Death is endings and new beginnings. So in a sense, yes, I am getting a new beginning card, but it's a transformation. It's resolving some sort of internal conflict. It's you choosing yourself and choosing the path forward. I'm getting a sense here that you're ready to take some sort of action. You may not be taking any kind of action here with that Three of Wands because you're in this acceptance phase, you're letting things kind of come to you. When I look at the future energy, I am getting the Justice card, Libra, showing up here. So a lot of balance coming through. Queen of Pentacles, more stability showing up. And so the actions that you're taking are very grounded, very nurturing, a lot of supporting yourself along the way. I'm getting a lot of tending to your own needs. Usually I get that more with the Queen of Cups than I do with the Queen of Pentacles, but a very similar energy where you're just making sure that you're just continuously in this stable, grounded mindset, that you're always acting from a place of feeling balanced, like you have everything that you need. You're just looking to grow and expand, that kind of feeling. And I'm also getting the Emperor showing up here. And so the Emperor, it's Aries energy. It is my way or the highway. it feels like you're very clear on your path forward and what exactly you're trying to accomplish. Let's see if I can get more details here. Tell me about that Queen of Swords. Page of Cups. So clarifying the past energy here, I have the Queen of Swords showing up with the Two of Swords. That Two of Swords is standing at a crossroads and needing to make some sort of choice here, some sort of decision. What path am I going to choose for myself? The answers here with that Queen of Swords, they came to you. They were within you. They came to you. You were able to identify the path forward and what you needed to let go of. Because I do have the Page of Cups showing here with the Four of Cups. So one of the paths was connected to or acting from a place of sadness and disappointment. I am getting the sense here that because the Two of Swords showed up very loud in yesterday's reading, I'm just getting the sense here that when it came to making this decision, this is the path for me, it was finding a way to act from a place of positivity and not negativity, not acting like, okay, well, it doesn't matter what I choose. I'm just going to end up right back where I was. It's getting out of that mindset and making a choice that aligns with the more positive, going down the path of what really makes sense for you, what matters to you, what's going to provide that level of happiness that you're looking for. So it feels like that's what you were letting go of, was the negativity, the sadness and disappointment from the past, kind of clearing it up for you. Because then here with the Sun, I am getting the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, that stress, the fear, the anxiety, it feels like when it came to making that choice, you were just afraid of making the wrong choice. And that's where that kind of paralyzing fear or some sort of inability to make a decision was coming from. It was a fear of making the wrong choice. Well, what if it doesn't go the right way? Or what if it doesn't provide that happiness that I'm going after? Then what? Well, it hit a point where it was, you were never going to know unless you made a decision, unless you started walking down that path. And it feels like you did. You chose, you know what? I may not have the answers, but I know standing here isn't going to get me happiness. It's not going to provide me what I'm looking for. And so you made a choice. You started going down where the sun was shining. And the Three of Wands. So clarifying the Judgment card here, I got the Four of Pentacles with the Judgment card. And so that Four of Pentacles, a lot of stability. So you kind of rebuilt your foundation here. With the Judgment out here twice, this is a very strong resurrection, standing in your own power. You've built something very grounded, very stable for yourself. You can lean on this. It's not something that's going to crumble tomorrow. The foundation that you've been working through, this kind of stepping back into your own power, reclaiming what you know is yours, that's not something that's going to falter. I'm just not getting that energy at all. I'm getting a very solid foundation here. Three of Wands with the Three of Swords showing up. So the Three of Swords is healing. It's healing from some heartbreak here. And so this entire journey that you're on now feels a lot like healing so that you can rise again with that Judgment card, that resurrection energy, that Phoenix rising, so that you can embrace something new, something that is aligned with exactly what you want. We have that Magician at the bottom of the deck. You have all the skills necessary to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. It's just a matter of keep moving forward, keep shifting into the positive energy, healing from something here in the past. Because you're transforming with that Death card and the Five of Swords. That's exactly what's happening here. You're going through another transformation, but this time it's not just dealing with the negativity. You're shifting into the more positive. That's how this is evolving. You've been working through the negative and now you're focused more on the positive. Because I'm getting the Knight of Cups here, clarifying that Five of Swords with the Death card. So you just keep moving forward, keep going after exactly what you want. Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. So clarifying the justice here, I am getting the Page of Pentacles. So when it comes to this new beginning, everything that you're trying to do, the path that you've chosen for yourself, you're coming at it from a very grounded, stable place with that Justice card. But the Page of Pentacles tells me that all of your decisions and actions are based on your stability. So as you're plotting your future, going down this path, this Page of Pentacles is saying, we're not in a rush. We can take our time. We're just learning as we go. But everything that we do, it's focused on stability. What is going to keep us in that grounded energy? How do I make my dreams a reality and kind of take it one step at a time? Clarifying this Queen of Pentacles, I am getting the Lovers card. So Gemini energy coming through. The Lovers is about choosing what really matters. And so it could be connected to love and romance, but I am getting here that you're just so focused on your goals, your dreams, going after exactly what you want, that you're just going to continuously work from a place of stability. It's kind of finding that stability, but then I would say the evolution right now is maintaining the stability so that you can keep focusing on the future, so that you can create this very solid path forward for yourself. And then clarifying the Emperor energy, that Aries energy, I'm getting the King of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. So the King of Cups, I love this. So focusing on what really matters. There's a lot of grounded emotional maturity coming through with that King of Cups. It is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy with that Knight of Pentacles. So again, focusing on the future, but you're coming at it from a very realistic perspective. You're also focused on what really matters to you and just having that reasonable expectation around happiness, not this kind of romanticized version of a fairy tale that's just not grounded in reality. Everything that you're doing here, the path that you're choosing for yourself, it's all grounded in reality. It's all capable. You're all capable of achieving exactly what you set out to do. That's what this tells me. And again, you're acting from a place of that very just high emotional maturity, so that as you're kind of evaluating all of the steps forward, this path forward, you're just continuously coming at it from that perspective. You're not trying to act from a wounded place here. There was a time for that, and that time is over. You're in this very grounded energy now. So this is a reading for Friday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.